Hello, everyone. My name is Kornis. I'm a consultant at the company with the name NU Agrar. This is a consulting company in whole Europe, including Ukraine. Furthermore, we have clients in Russia and in south of Brazil. And today I will speak about the rapeseed and the inefficiency of a rapeseed. And this is a very actual thing where a lot of farmers are thinking about the right strategy. And I hope I will give you some ideas for this year and for the next years including. So how's the actual situation? The actual situation looks like that the prices of the fertilizer are extremely developed. And if we look where the price was at 2020, then we can see, okay, the urea was the kilogram of nitrogen price in euro was about 0.5 or 0.4, and now we have about 2 euros. And this means that we need for 1 ton of rapeseed, we need about 50 kilograms of nitrogen. And this means 1 year or a half year ago, it means about 50 euros per ton with a price of 350 euro. And now it means we need for the 50 kilogram of N 100 euro. But we get 600 euros back per ton. So the situation is not so bad as a lot of farmers think because of the prices of the rapeseed. They are high too. But we can do some things to get a better efficiency of the nitrogen. And that means we have to go back to the roots. This is a funny title, I think, because on the one side we see that, okay, we need good roots, and if we have good roots, then we have a better tolerance to any stress, and we have to go back to the roots, to the basics, like what kind of soil preparation, what kind of intensity of soil preparation, what nutrients we need, and yes, this is in the in my presentation. So one thing is that less plants have a better efficiency. If we have less plants, one plant has more space to build a very strong root, and there is no concurrence to any other plant in near. So we have better single plants, and those plants have a better efficiency for all the nutrients. So for me, it means that the other effect is that with less plants, the uptake of nitrogen is in the autumn less, so it's not so high. So if we have a look, how many nitrogen the rapeseed is taken up to in the autumn, then we can see that in the a rapeseed with 10 leaves had with 20 to 30 plants per square meters about an uptake of 50 to 60 kilograms of nitrogen. bigger plant with 14 leaves have an uptake of about 110 kilograms of nitrogen. And now if we have more plants at the same stages, here the example, we have 10 leaves, but 40 to 50 plants per square meters, then we have 20 to 30 kilograms more that the plants have more uptake of nitrogen. And if we have bigger plants, so we have plants with 14 leaves, then the uptake is not about 100, it's about 115. So it's much more. And if we have problem with older rapeseed in our field, and we have about 60 to 70 plants per square meters, then we can see, okay, for example, with 40 leaves, we have an uptake of 200 kilograms. And this is a limit what many soil don't get. So this is something, we have not so much nitrogen in the soil. Okay, so this is often then the situation that we can see rapeseed before winter, that they are going to be yellow or have yellow leaves or purple leaves, and this is a symptom of the deficiency of nitrogen. And we know that at the 8-leaf stage, if we have a nitrogen deficiency, then we have less buds at the end. So that means less kernels at the end. Okay, so how many nitrogen we need? The nitrogen delivery from the redelivery in autumn to rapeseed, we can calculate. We have the nitrogen which is in the soil, in the liquid or soil liquid. And if we have a good harvest, then it's about 20 kilograms of nitrogen. If we have a bad harvest and bad yield before, then it means about 60 kilograms. Then we have the nitrogen which comes off the soil, the organic matter, and then we can calculate the uptake. The uptake is about 60 to 120 kilograms from this rapeseed. And yeah, now here, this is what comes from the soil. This is what we need. And so we need to fertilize about 30 to 90 kilograms of nitrogen. And then if we have very big plants, then it's enough to fertilize about 100 kilograms of nitrogen in the spring. If we have small plants, then it means we need about 160. Okay, so we can see we have this effect of the different of seeding systems. Here is an example. On the right side, there is a single seed drill system, and on the left side, we have the traditional seeding system. And one of the best effect or benefit of the single seed drill system is we can go down with the plants per square meters or with the kernels per square meters and have a very good and safe emergence. And this is good for dry conditions. So if you have dry conditions at seeding time, then the emergence of the rapeseed after a single seed drill system is safe, and we have more problems with the traditional seeding systems. And another effect is that the vegetation point is not going so high. And here we can see it's very low. It's about 1 centimeter and not higher. And after this, here in the spring, we can see we have more place where the sunlight can go down to the lower buds, and so we have very good tillerings. Here we can see one plant with a lot of tillers. So one plant with a lot of tillers, a lot of flowers, and at the end a lot of kernels per one plant. Okay, then one point of the basics. For me, the basic, one of the basics is the soil preparation and the intensity of the soil preparation. We do soil preparation to mix the straw after the harvest in our soil, and if we have there some problems and the mixing is not so good, then we can see problems like this. So here there is a plant, or there are plants what are very good, and after this very small plants. I use my spade and dig in the soil, and under the good plants there was no problem. The spade was about 30 centimeters, and under the small plants, after 20 centimeters, there was a hard layer, and after I digging out the soil, I can see that there was a straw. So straw is a big problem, and we need an intensive mixing and intensive soil preparation to mix this straw in the whole layer of the soil. And these are another pictures. What is not so good? A lot of straw and in the upper layer of the soil. We don't mix it good, and so it's very bad for the rapeseed. And on the right side we have soil compactions, and this is something what the rapeseed really don't like. Here is an example. This is a soil with very hard soil compaction at 15 centimeters, and we do a stripter system there with 30 centimeters, and plus put some fertilizer in 25 centimeters, and this was the result. This is the same place, same soil, at the left side the normal system, and then the right side the system with a deep strip till. And we can see rapeseed have taproot and need a space to get down to the lower layers in the soil and to suck there the water and the nutrients. And here is an example how to solving this problem. We do here in the front a tillage, and after this here the single seed system, we can put a fertilizer with this system in deeper layers. There are some other systems where we can do the same, and the benefit of this, how we or where we place our nutrients, is that we can manage the direction of our roots. So we have phosphorus. Phosphorus is something, or a nutrient, where we know that the roots are growing to the phosphorus, and we need phosphorus. We have a very good effect with phosphorus, and when we place the phosphorus in deeper layer, then we can direct the root to the deeper layer, and there we get more fine or more small roots and a good root system in a deeper layer. Okay, when we use this kind of systems, this calls depot fertilization. We have very good effects with soils with a high clay content. So high is for me about 25 to 30 and more percent of clay. And if you see a rapeseed with leaves like this, here the yellow color at the sides of the leaves, then this is a typical deficiency of potassium. And here the effect is that normally our soil is negative. So we have this soils that are negative, and if we put our positive ions like potassium or magnesium to the soils, then they are fixing on the soil. And we need a lot of potassium in the soil to get potassium in the soil, which is not fixating. And if we use this depot system, then the effect of this is that we have a very high concentration in one string, in one depot, and only the potassium, for example, on the sides is fixing fixation, and the potassium inside the depot is available for the plants. So this is one thing what we can use on heavy soils, and it's have a very good effect. And another point is the effect of the phosphorus. If we have a soil with a low content of phosphorus, then here, for example, we spread some nitrogen on the right side, and on the left side we use a fertilizer, diamond phosphate, and we have here less nitrogen, but in combination with phosphorus, and you can see it's much better. So here the effect is not because we use more nitrogen. No, the effect is we use potassium, we use phosphorus. So here we have with phosphorus a very good effect, and this is something what we can use in our N efficiency. And what we can use also is the plant analytics. We can do plant analytics, the nutrients in the plants, and then we can see, is there any problem or not? Here we can see nitrogen is enough, phosphorus is enough, magnesium is a problem, sulfur is a problem, and molybdenum is a problem too. Okay, molybdenum, one of the smallest nutrients. What happens if we have not enough molybdenum in our soil? We know molybdenum is very important in the N efficiency. And here, a trial of us, we use at the soil with a low pH. And this is something what we know from the basics. Low pH, a bad availability of molybdenum. So low pH, we use 60, 140, 180, and 220 nitrogen. Okay, then we use some sulfur. Then we have a good, we have more yield. Then we use more sulfur. We can see we have much more effect, a higher yield. And then if we have a problem with the molybdenum, here at pH 5.1, and we use it molybdenum and with sulfur. Here, the example without sulfur or molybdenum, 140 kilograms of nitrogen. Okay, we are about less than 3 tons. If we give twice a molybdenum foliar fertilizer, then we can see we have 0.5 more yield. And if we make this, or if we combine this with sulfur, then we have with 140 kilograms of nitrogen, more than, or less than 1 ton more yield. And we know molybdenum is very cheap. So this is a very high effect because of molybdenum deficiency. And we can see if we use more nitrogen, it don't mean that the yield is much more higher. So have a look at our plants, how the nutrients are in our plants, use the plant analytics. And my strategy for 2022 is that we can use now the analytics of soils like S-min or N-min. That means how many sulfur or how many nitrogen is in the soil, and is it and this is the available sulfur and nitrogen. Then I use twice in the season a plant analysis. Then we have our our foliar fertilizer based on our plant analytic. Then in BBCH 3032, I will use my second, and this is the highest nitrogen fertilizer. And then if it's good, if the weather conditions are good, then I use based on my second spring plant analytic foliar fertilizer plus some liquid nitrogen. So this is the system, and we can see we have to use the basics like sulfur, like molybdenum, like phosphorus, or if we have problem with potassium, then the depot fertilizer systems. These are things what we can use to get better N efficiency and better root systems we can get when we do an intensive soil preparation, and if we mixed our straw good in our soil. So this was the short presentation. I hope I can help you for this season and for the next seasons too. Thank you very much. Bye. Have a nice day.